Good morning and welcome to News Insights. A bright morning, quite chilly. The rains have come. We thank God for that. Ella, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Kafo, good morning.
Good morning.
You look good.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, during the 2023 elections, a boy epitomized what you call freedom when he stood in the front of the Labour Party candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. And what seems to look as if freedom at last became a picture of the race at that point. Maybe the boy was about 13 years old at the time.
Yes.
And he became somewhat of a national icon. A lot of people donated money to him. And the election came and they've gone. The APC also wanted to do same, but they couldn't just do it. Because that one just flows from the vine. But running down to 2025, we just heard that the boy has been in Kirikiri Prison for the past 2 months. What could have happened? The story went around that he steals and is rough. He fights. That's why he's been kept in prison. Kirikiri, a maximum prison. Now, that's the news we have in our hand. But the boy has another story.
Actually, they said about 3 months.
Thank you. Now, the boy has another story. That the reason he was incarcerated is because they said the money that was given to him, he didn't give it to some of the area boys. Okafo, what about police situation?
We don't have details of any case.
Yes.
Obviously, police is an institution.
Yes.
But we are just looking at it from what we've had and what is reported. The boy is 15 years old, and
Yes.
that is an infant. Okay, I mean, it's a juvenile.
It's a child, yes.
It's a juvenile, it's a child, you know. So you don't, how do you detain a child of 15 years old for 3 months?
In Kirikiri?
Wherever. Even in your house. How do you detain a child of 15 who didn't kill anybody? Who didn't? Okay, now, from what is reported, it actually makes no sense so far. How do you say somebody steals and fights? You must have what was stolen. Was it caught while he was stealing?
God bless you.
Was it caught while he was stealing? So can you just report, can you just go and arrest somebody and say, oh, what is this person offense? Say he steals and fights. From where? Whose money or whose property was stolen? What amount of property was stolen? Who is the owner of the property? It's just like me coming out and say, like, you're a 419. We'll get you arrested. Who is defrauded? What amount of money was defrauded? Where was the person defrauded? On what matter? Who reported the case? Who did the IPO talk to? You can't have a case in police station without an IPO. Who is the complainant? Do you understand? So there can't be a generalization that your face look like a thief or you thief or you always fighting, you always stealing. Let's detain you. So, but that's what's reported. But I do believe police must have a specific case. They should, because if they don't, every officer that is involved in that, but I'm believing police should have.
Okay. So let me put it to you.
Yeah.
If the police have a case of a juvenile, 15 years old, the Kirikiri maximum prison,
whether maximum or minimum, the boy need not be detained.
No, for example, they have juvenile homes.
That's right.
For boys that misbehave.
That's right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But for a maximum prison,
he need not be detained. If they have evidence for a young boy, the next day he should be in court. You don't hold somebody and start doing investigation. You have denied the person his right. You must have done your investigation all over before even arresting somebody. The next day, the person should be in court. And for a small boy, I don't know the offense. For you even to take the boy to a juvenile court.
But from the offense that has been reported now,
there is no offense. It's a general statement that he steals and fights. So, but let's assume there is offense. The next day, the boy should be in court. The next day, why do you detain somebody?
3 months.
Even a day, more than a day for a small boy. For what? You don't hold somebody and start doing your investigation. No, you don't do that. That is illegal, actually.
There's a law we call the Habeas Corpus Act that don't allow you to detain someone for more than 24 hours before you take the person to court. And beside the Habeas Corpus Act, this one is a juvenile. 3 whooping months out of school, out of life, with hardened criminals for a case that we are learning that he fights and
Which young boy that doesn't even fight?
including you and I.
When you say we are learning that he fights, it's as if we even saw him fighting.
Yeah.
You know, like I also read, and like you've rightly said, I wish he was caught stealing with evidence. Okay, he stole this thing and this is it. Then in the course of trying to collect this thing, he stabbed somebody. In the same Nigeria, when we see people kill people and they go free, we see people steal public money, they do not even contest election, and tomorrow they are declared winners and they occupy very sensitive offices to make laws for us. I do not understand where they said his mates, boys, caught him and handed him over to police, that he was stealing and fighting. That is part of him. Not that they caught him fighting or stealing at a particular time.
They stopped him.
Like you rightly said, I want to believe that police have very good reasons to have even sent him to prison. And now again, even if police make mistake or are wrong, the way we are looking at it from what is being said so far, I wonder how again he appears before a judge, and the matter has been had been adjourned for a month and a day again, still to be remanded in prison.
So that's why I've been worried about knowing the details of the case. Because having had the opportunity to be before a judge at all. So going back to prison wouldn't be part of it. We really need to get the details of the case. But from what is reported, from what we can see, the public view for now, the boy need not be there. You don't detain somebody and start, except there is underlying issue that we are not aware of.
One thing I like about your take is the fact that you are giving them what you call a white card.
It's just in case.
Just in
benefit
case.
of doubt.
Just in case. Because the reporters that have done this report, I'm sure before they put it out there, they must have also tried to look at all areas from all angles and from all authorities involved. Because this is not the first time. You remember the one in Osun that was condemned to death, that the governor rescued over stealing of a chicken.
The youth that should be encouraged, as a matter of fact, without even going beneath to see why a small boy can be characterized this way. The institution that should be in charge of making sure that you rebuild children are not detaining them. I want to know why a judge would allow that boy to go back. I'm interested to know the details, because I don't know if he killed anybody or whatever that could, or he stole out of hunger, and who is the complainant, whose property was stolen. Because you don't cut, in law they say nothing stands on nothing. You can't bring something to stand on nothing. You don't just cut halfway and make the person a criminal and continue to cite what you have created. There must be originating investigation. There must be originating offense. Whatever.
So now that we don't have any of those kind of evidence or case to judge with right now, can we now say, because they said it's because he didn't give them from the money? It's reported that way, that Peter Obi and
Obi Kubana,
chief priest.
If people like Obi Kubana will appreciate somebody's
Obi Kubana chief priest.
Any of them is related to Kubana.
Kubana is a
Kubana. So I want to believe that the boy was given something a bit reasonable.
Yes.
And normally, the heart of man is desperately wicked and deceitful.
Speaking, Pastor.
So I want to believe the boy is saying the reason that he knows. Listen, nobody, like you rightly said, nobody said he stole this thing, and because of fighting, he go about with arms trying to kill people. Nobody says so, but he said, I know the boys that are framing me, that caught me and handed me over to the police. And the reason for this is because I had gifts that I refused to share with them, which of course is normal. When we were much younger in the primary school those days, if you come from a wealthy home or somebody that you something, your friends are expecting you to share with them. Otherwise, during break, don't play football with them. They want to wound you, to injure you. These days, they may not have that opportunity again. He is saying that he's been accused, wrongly accused according to him, because they are angry that he got gifts that he didn't share with them, and that he know the people. But the people that handed him over to the police have not told us. They say he's used to fighting.
All right.
In defense, the boy brought up this case that when he stood in the front of Obi's convoy, you know, people came with gifts for him and all that. And because of that, these boys are after him. We have not had that police also arrested those ones. But it was based on allegation that himself is being detained. So the ones he said, oh, they're after me, we do not have record that those ones are arrested.
Okay, so let's broaden it a little bit. When has it now become an offense to support a candidate? Now, number one, the boy cannot vote yet. He's not up to it, right? I'm sure in the euphoria of the moment, I mean, it's election time.
They just catched him.
Just catched him, and the picture became viral. Now, when has it now become a crime that if you are Yoruba, for example, because obviously this boy is Yoruba.
Yeah, Alabi.
Now, if you are Yoruba, you must not support an Igbo man, or this is Lagos. You have to support our candidate, which is Tinubu. If you don't support Tinubu, you will not be in danger of persecution. I remember in 1991, during the governorship election, during transition, I think that was my first time of going to vote, or so, I can't remember. It was governorship election. I voted for SDP. My dad voted for NRC. My dad came afterwards and told me that your party won today. I was a young teenager at the time. People should be able to have freedom of whoever they vote for. In America, some parents are Democrats, some other children are Republicans. It doesn't cause a fight. How can we approach this?
But in this case, that is a broader view, like you say. We are trying to see if it didn't come from there.
Yes.
Because Lagos, in this last election, Peter Obi won. Overwhelmingly won Asiwaju.
Yeah.
You know, Lagos people should understand that Lagos, for the best I know, was capital of Nigeria even longer than Abuja has been even till today. So Lagos is a home to everybody. It's a home to everybody. So you are not going to expect, just like it is in Abuja, you are not going to expect that a particular candidate is going to win or so. But I'm trying to pick it beyond that in taking it that Obi has now come to decide to fight for this boy. You know, and I give it that credit to Obi. Obi could as well fight for this boy, even though this boy didn't come in front of him. He's not to be speaking for the oppressed, for the one we know. Yeah. And we hope maybe God giving him grace if he happens to find a sufficient vote to win the election, that he doesn't switch. Because we've seen some of them, people like Asiwaju, who was campaigning, are protesting, epitome of Democrats that was protesting against subsidy removal, calling musicians, calling everybody to stand against subsidy removal. Now switching to now want people to not be able to protest. So we just hope Obi continues in that line if favor finds him from the vote of people.
Okay, just few seconds.
Remember that the same Lagos is where we had talks. Agbero came out during the election to say it's either you are voting for APC or don't vote at all. Maybe the young man is taking the split over of anger of him supporting Obi publicly, you know, and probably that is why they look the other way around. If not, like we've said, based on the report so far, a thief is being accused.
All right.
There's no evidence. There's no evidence of fighting.
All right, we will stop it there for today. But there's our takeaway.
Yeah.
Everybody should be allowed to support whoever they want to support.
Certainly.
And the Justice Department should stand prompt on what should be judged and what should not be judged.
I should deploy our resources towards fighting real criminals,
crimes,
not weaponizing things, you know, switching your attention to more of innocent people and the youth and children. Even though, let's say this boy stole.
Yes.
If I'm a judge, I'm not going to send that small boy to jail forever. He has time to learn. He's a small boy.
All right. we will be, as the case unfolds and we get more details, we definitely will bring it back to you. But I can assure you that I know a lot of antennas are up. They will not want him to stay one more day in detention. Number one, don't forget, he's a juvenile, just 15 years old. We'll be right back on News Inside.